So in addition to just considering the types of technologies that we might use to characterize the CCI of that product package system, again, this is not a checkbox type test. We're not looking at CCI just at a point in time, one time to verify it and move on. There very much so is opportunity to use different types of technologies or even things that aren't leak tests, implement different control strategies to support the overall what's called the package integrity profile of that product package system. So that can be a few different types of tests, assays, verifications that when you put that data together provides an overall picture of that product package system's integrity and not necessarily reliant on a single test. And so regardless of the package system, we have to consider these things. What's unique about that product inside of the package? What's unique about that package system? How do those limitations that package system imposes affect our ability to implement different technologies? And so it becomes a little bit of this puzzle for all different types of package systems. I would say that the auto injector, those IV bags, tend to be, those 10,000 piece jigsaw puzzles relative to something much more straightforward like glass vial. Every package system has its unique considerations that we need to take into account as we develop and implement a CCI strategy. So that's why, for example, we have all of these different instruments that you see behind me under one roof. All of them are useful in support of container closure integrity testing. However, each technology, each instrument has a specific use case. Why and when we might use that instrument might be impacted by the product that's inside that package, might be impacted by that package system itself and the limitations that it imposes, but it can also vary based on your study goals. And so when we were talking about trends, I talked about this concept of the CCI over the product lifecycle. And so sometimes with integrity, what we refer to this as is the package integrity profile, which is a bunch of different tests, assays, verifications, which in tandem provide an overall picture of that container closure integrity for that product. And not all of those necessarily are leak tests. If we think about things that can implement or impact, leakage, the dimensions of those components are relevant. And so a dimensional analysis of package components is not necessarily a leak test, but is in support of demonstrating container closure integrity for that product package system. Right, so these are the different types of things that we need to consider when we're evaluating, implementing, or designing and then implementing a CCI strategy for any given product package system. And so when we think about all these different variables, sure, there are certainly different package systems that can be challenging or more challenging than others. An example of that would be an auto-injection system. So let's say a pre-filled syringe or cartridge inside of that delivery device. Then also large flexible packaging like IV bags. And again, the reason that these are challenging are because of that final package presentation, the limitations that package system imposes, that product imposes relative to what the capabilities of these instruments are.